Hello, and welcome to another session of Football Manager. Today, or now, we'll try to beat the leaders of the league table. Um, will be fun. So, this is the first time I'm using Streamlabs desktop application to stream, so it might go well or it might go horrible. I also experimented with plugins since the last stream, or it's called widgets here, I think. And, well, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I'm not so sure about that. Alright, so for the current save, we were doing, well, our best. We won the last game 5-1 for the away game against the table's the 12th. Well, at the time, now they're in 13th place, EF Sylvia. So we can be happy with that, and as I mentioned last time, let's not forget we're fighting against relegation, 4th place, give or take. So it's still 13 points to go. Also, this is the first time I'm trying the chat here in Streamlabs, so I might want to test that. Yeah, great. So this doesn't work yet. I might need to configure this. So let's go back to the regular Twitch board here. Okay. There's a lot of stuff to do in configuring a Twitch stream and all these additional things. And as usual, everybody wants money for if it needs to look somewhat reasonable. Okay. What do we want here? Well, next match against Uncut FF is gonna be hard. They have professional status. They got good players. Just look at those values. So we're expected to lose this. Actually, we're expected to lose this hard, I guess. Problem is, a lot of our players are exhausted. The good ones, that is. So, yeah. This might go badly. We'll see. Okay. Well, let's give those a rest here. We got... Is there any training day? Yeah. There's one training day after the match. We might go for recovery, actually. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, why not? So, this may reduce injury risk drastically. And teamwork's fine. Because overall, the squad, well, they had a hard time with all those fixtures. We had to rotate repeatedly. So maybe go for the recovery session, and we'll have a look afterwards. There's a press conference. Well, that's probably... That's still the press conference for the last match. So yeah, they had a wonderful match, and I'm happy with that. Yes, I'm delighted. Great. Well, I took him off because he was exhausted. Ytterhogdals, well, he scored 3 goals, and then he caused an opponent's goal, so yeah, I'm still happy with the performance. And for Skillermo, he did incredibly well. Okay. I don't know that guy. But, well. Let's not look at that. No, there's a rest day there. What? Why? That might be related to an answer I gave in the press conference just recently. So that might be my bad. Game is going all over the place. Fun. Let's go to teamwork here. Okay. So this should reduce injury risk as planned. Yeah. Let's have a look. Skilomero can become a top player. Well, yes, true. Also, he wants money, if I'm not mistaken. And Niago can become much better than Sepp Women, which we're also trying to get rid of, so not much to see there. Oliver's Swan's form improved drastically, that's great. Let's go there. Yeah, well, his morale was already perfect, so nothing to do here. Same here. Not gonna praise him just yet. Dullcurd FF, also known as the ones in the league that got everything. Well, that'll be the day if we defeat them. Well, I don't think that's very likely. The individual training is much better now. That's certainly related to our training sessions. We introduced sessions for overall training. Attribute training really suffered due to those many matches. And that'll probably improve now in the second half of the season, because a fixture congestion should be reduced. Press conference for the last match is over, and there's the next press conference. Great. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for us. Against Dunkirk, a surprise? Probably not. And if there are any surprises, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an injury or something we're forced to do rather than we decide to do. Ekdal might be match fit and come back into the squad. That's a surprise. So after the match, we can also look for staff contracts and just have a look at them to see if we are missing someone for next season. Okay. Not worth offering him a contract. I think I agree. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's close. And he's 30, so no, not for us. Eric Engström, left-footed. Not really better than Dobrev, I think. No. I mean, he's a bit faster, so he's got that, true. But Dobrev's got a way better vision and technique. Might also have a look here. Might look a bit closer, but yeah, on the technical side, generally, Dobrev is more suited for his role. There's no denying that. On the mental side, Dobrev is also more suited for his role. It's just on the physical side that he's a bit behind. But he's 21, the other guy is 25. Don't think we need to do much here. So, no signing for us. Well, I'm expecting a tough match too. This is some other stuff. That one recommendation we might have a look at. That's Felix Zetterberg, who is on a €6 per week contract. Yeah, that's actually interesting. 20-year-old. Reasonably fast. Would need to play like this. Inverted winger on attack. Sure, he needs to improve. But he's got a nice trade for him. How's injury suspiciability with this guy? Well, the estimated wage is wow. We also have 2 players for this position. If we compare him to Skillermo, who has a lot of traits, Skillermo is obviously the better player, even though he lacks the acceleration. And then there's, I think it's Bergman? Hugo Bergman. They all start with Berg. It's really, I don't know. So, here the same. As an inverted winger, he's probably still a better choice. And this guy wants 120 or something, so no, not gonna happen. Okay, what can you do here? Criticize his training. Like every week, basically. Tillander, how's morale? Well, in that case, would praise your training. Because he has been doing really well. Same for Svensson, actually. I think that it was the same last time we had a look at it. And Kolovic. Which is great. I really like that. Maybe we get something out of our young prospect after all. Wikström continues to train very well in the U19. I'm starting to believe that this personality must hide something. But Phyllis Sporting is usually not a very good personality, but I mean, he's training great, so fine. That's Ostrom here. Our model citizen continues to improve too. That's expected, although at a much lower pace than I would love to see it. Contrary to that, this guy, he's improving very well. Problem is, well, he has a long way to go. So Svensson's training was really good. Where's Ekdal? Eggman. Malte Eggman. Well, he hasn't been training well. Neither did Asarson though. How's Arberg doing? Okay. Well, the match load got reduced a little bit here. Moreira da Silva had a very mediocre game last time. Also, he's under heavy load, so let's give Shabanac another place in the squad here. He's still training for attack duty, but he'll do. Farad did have a better game, slightly better. Stolt on the bench is probably fine. Hagerdal had an outstanding game last time with his 3 goals as a central defender. So we'll keep him in the squad, even though I think he will go off at minute 60, just like last time. Fleckard, on the other hand, well, I might have mentioned I really like him, but he didn't recover to full capability. Big Berg, though, he's not doing well. That's basically all there is to it. He just isn't doing well. And I don't want to start Nagoma. We haven't selected Wickberg last time. I'll keep it that way. For now. I really think he needs to improve. But not attribute-wise, actually. I think it's a mental problem here. That's a hard thing to correct, I guess. A bit sad. We also got a mentoring group for these 4, so but they have similar ages. If one of them pushes through, he will probably dominate the entire personality here. But as you can see, we're basically going for all balanced with all of them, just because there's nothing else available, or the players aren't old enough. We have Kulafic here, who is a fairly professional. And we have Shabanac, who is a fairly professional. So they would be able to influence the others. Problem is, Shabanac is 22. I'm actually not sure how long this can go. At some age, a mentoring group, a guy in a mentoring group isn't influenced by the others anymore. We can probably try that. Let's just try it here. No, we have a wingback group. Alright, so here's a wingback group. They're all, 27, 24, 25. And there's no influence on each other anyway. But if we combine one of our wingbacks here with Shabanac, Shabanac will end up balanced and not the other way around. So that's not a good idea. We might go for a mentoring group that contains strictly fairly professional players. So these 2. They are influenced by the group. And now, is there a player that is really young? Svensson. Who is not influenced at all by the group because he's a lone player. He doesn't care. Or maybe he thinks he's too good. Blanistrand. Also, star player, not influenced. Anyone else? Huh. Well, Oliver Swan is the captain, so I don't think that this will work. Ekman maybe? Yeah. So Malte Ekman would gain significant influence from this group. So that's probably an idea. Let's just hope that Shabanac and Kulafic don't lose the professionalism. Well, Malte Ekman might be really unprofessional. We don't know. I mean, he's balanced, so who knows? But yeah, it's quite clear we need additional professional squad members to influence squad personality in that way. At some point, if we get a few other fairly professional players, this might go on by itself. But for now, squad personality is all over the place. So keeping Kulafic and Shabanac around. It's rather a long-term goal. Change the squad personality. He might go take or two per season, but it's not that much. Okay, fixtures. So we expect him in a 4-2-3-1. So let's congest the middle. We're on the defense side here. That's quite clear. Yeah, let's congest the middle and try to distribute to the flanks here. With our formation, we still want to distribute to the register here. It's a bit weird having a register in a defensive formation. Every time I look at this, I think this can't work. But well, it's what our players can do, so keep at it, I guess. He's been doing well. How's happiness? Happy, happy, happy. That's all fine. Telander is delighted with training, as are some of the others, for some reason. So everybody's happy with their playing time. He needs to train more. Okay. Do we want to keep Forsell in there? No, not really. We'll go with Azarson. Well, Azarson is training for the more defensive position. So yeah, let's keep Forsell in there. Whatever. It's the last really hard game of the season. Afterwards they go on a break. Well, they've got a week, so it's not a real break. But still, they should be able to do something with it. Not much to praise here. Do we need someone else on the bench? Robertson, not for sure. Theo Lind, I don't think he'll bring anything to the table just yet. He needs to train, and he needs to train in these positions. And if he doesn't learn to play Metzala and Shadow Striker, I don't think he'll find a place in our team. Stolt, well, yeah, still. We'll go with that, that's fine. Okay. Tactical considerations. So what do we know about the opposition? They play a positive, well, tactic. Probably possession based. He likes to get forward whenever possible, and he likes to stick to the penalty area. Yeah. This guy cuts inside from both wings. We just want him to show him on the weak foot. So given that he's right-footed, we'll show him outside. Gerhansen shoots from distance. Well, he certainly has a long shot to be considered, yes. So maybe we can tight mark him and close him down. Close down this guy anyway. Team 2. The two defensive midfielders here. This is the more defensive one of the two, even though passing and vision are both 10, and their first touch isn't much of either. And that's probably, yeah, that's the playmaker, more the playmaker type one, even though he's a Metzala. What's this? Well-traveled midfielder. He's actually counted as a fullback here, so, well, bit weird. We should trigger a press. Well, yeah, we can. So these two will probably push up quite a bit due to the positive mentality. So let's go with that. What do we do about him? I mean, he's weak. We don't want to give away a penalty, but we can tight mark him at least. His bravery isn't good, his strength isn't good, his jumping reach isn't good. If his tackling, if his dribbling wasn't 11 on his first touch and technique not far off either, I'd probably take him hard. We might go with that in the second half of the game, or if it really goes to nothing. Should probably set it up like this, or we'll end up with all those opposition instructions for the next game. Yeah, I realize. What can we do? We need him. So let's see if Ytterhogdals scores another. He's at 4 goals this season, I think, now. Scored 3 last time. That's okay. And we're gonna ease the pressure here. Against number 1 in the league. One change. Mumbob is sitting on the bench, our former player. Didn't want to come back for loan. I would really have loved to have him back, but it wasn't to be. There's one for Holstrom, and he distributes the ball to the flank for Guillermo. Can he cut inside? He can. That's a wonderful goal! And what a start into the match. Perfection. I'm really impressed. Now we just have to hold that one for another 89 minutes. Well, that'll be fun. That goes out. Wonderful. This goal was very unlikely to be conceded. No, that was close. Farah didn't look good there. in the duel with the header. There's another cross. Ytterhogdals should comfortably win that one. That should be offside. Yes, it is. Farah throws it in for Holmström. Pushes it through. Swan for Shabanac. And we gain a corner. Ytterhogdals, this is your time to shine. Come on, head one in. Shabanac takes his time. There's the corner. Goes for Forsell. We regain possession. And they concede another corner. We will certainly take that. Flag guard for the goal. I don't believe it. This was supposed to be a hard game. The only hard thing about this game is for the opponent right now. I didn't expect that. Flag guard simply, I don't know. Maybe Ytterhogdals showed him in training how it's done. It's perfection. I'm really happy with that. Just look at those expected goals, and we scored every time. It's fantastic. Forsell gains the ball in midfield here. And that's a foul. It's not yet a yellow. Seems like this early in the game the referee doesn't want to distribute yellow cards all over the place. But yeah. He might have to later on. If it continues like that, well, I certainly wouldn't be happy as an opposing player. Nah, it was close. Shabanac with the offside. Svensson faulted under. Gets it back to Shabanac. Passes it to Ytterhogdals. That'll be a long ball. No. He actually gives it to flag guard. And that's a long ball now. Svensson regains possession. Passes it to Forsell. Distributes it to Tillander. Shabanac is overlapping. Contrasting tactical instructions. Is it a penalty? It's nothing. Well, there suddenly were a lot of legs there. There's a free kick of Svan. Ytterhogdals. Oh! Hits the inside of the post. That could have been the third. A lob into the penalty area and we gain another corner. They don't look like they know how to deal with it. It's quite astounding, really. Swan with the corner. Ytterhogdals doesn't even move. Farah throws it in. Straight to the opponent's player. That's a lob. It's taken up by our defender. Ah, wonderful pass. It's a penalty. Oh, that certainly was unnecessary. On the other hand, he had to go for the tackle here. Yeah. Fine. They claw one back. It's the first goal of the season by Maran Selic. Selic. Maybe Kellic, I'm not sure. And Swan passes it for Farah, who tries the long ball, but Skillermo doesn't get to it. So they're all anxious. We're gonna say no pressure here. It's okay, guys. You're in front. Well, some of them liked it. 34 minutes into the game and Flakeout is already, well, in poor condition. That was to be expected. This game, this will be hard on them. Planestron for Farah, who distributes it for Telander, but he just heads it on. Can Holmstrom win a header? No. Not on this occasion. Ah, that's a wonderful ball again. What a chance. We don't deserve to be in front here. They had much better chances. Telander dribbles in, gives it to Forcell. Holmstrom finds Skillermo on the flank. Holmstrom was missing in the penalty area, but Swan, well, replaced him wonderfully. Fantastic. 3-1 now. They really take their chances today. That makes it 5 shots on goal. 3 on target, all 3 inside the goal. Their keeper doesn't look good today. To be fair, neither does our defense. We had some problems with long balls here. They played some really nice passes, and we were caught out of position again and again. So it's not like they're not dangerous. It's just a clinical finishing by our squad so far. Skillermo flanks it in, and we gain another corner. So maybe Flakeout will want to have a second, or Ytterhogdals instead, we don't know. It's Ytterhogdals, and that's the first time a Lundal person is able to claim a ball that was coming for his goal. The Prem cuts inside, isn't closed down. That's a dangerous long shot, but it's a bit wide. So we got that one so far. A 3-1 lead. Expected goal wise, we don't deserve that, but who cares? We've been really lucky. And yes, we've blown them away. Nobody here has a really bad performance. Sure, Forcell, Farah and Svensson could do more. So I'm gonna tell them. Well, none of them react positively, but it's not negative either. And Skillermo with a 7.7, I'm gonna single him out for praise. Yeah, he's extremely delighted now. We'll have to wait and see. Not that he, I don't want him to become complacent. But morale-wise, this is wonderful. A long ball for Holmstrom. Oh, that pass back had a certain amount of pace. Svensson wins the header, gives it to Telander, who dribbles side of the pitch, and Holmstrom is not close enough, not fast enough. That's not his play. He needs the long ball, and he needs to head it straight towards the goal or back to another player. As we can see here, he lost the ball immediately. There was no one there. He was closed down too much by the opponent's players. Well, Shabanac passes it back to Blenstrand, who passes for Telander. No. Nothing going on here. And this will result in a corner. Looks like this is was a lapse in communication there. Hopefully they won't score from that. Good pass. And Skillermer avoids the long shot here. Or whatever they were going to do. Ah, Farah. He cleared it so well. And then he put it into touch. But Ytterhogdals there to defend that corner. Not a big deal for him. And in this case, Blenstrand has no problem to get to the header and catch it. Shabanac couldn't avoid the cross. Farah wins the duel. The header this time. Oh, another flank. That's not good. But it did work out just fine. Free kick here by Shabanac. Oh! That was close. I'm not sure if the keeper got his hands on. It's a penalty! Fantastic. We configured penalties last time, so let's hope this is fine now. Who is it? Holmström. Will he bang it in? Wonderful! With just the right amount of power and precision. Not a chance for the keeper there. It actually wasn't even that well placed. But it was hard to get to for the keeper. And he didn't manage to do it. 4-1 now. Certainly we can't be caught right now. So it looks like this game continues the goal parade of last time. Bookmakers probably won't be happy with that, considering the odds at the start of the match. Minute 62. Few players are really exhausted. Holmström, can you pick a good pass? Well, for Tillander, who cuts inside, dribbles through the middle of the pitch, lobs it forward to Holmström, who makes a fifth. I don't believe it. 7th goal of the season. 2nd goal of the game. The entire squad wants to score. Wonderful. Not an offside. And it just goes in. Fantastic. Well, that certainly puts the league situation in a fairly new light. If we can keep the entire squad fit, this game is basically done. So we're going back into a promotion competition, as it seems. Unlikely, but it is what it is. They're really tired though, so we should probably make some substitutions, especially for the players that are, well, not entirely sharp, or as in the case with Kulafich, he really needs a match experience. I'm happy with the performance of Holmström, but at a 5-1, I don't think we need him anymore. Arberg and Swan, basically the same situation. It's not like Swan is that exhausted. Oliver Swan is a left-footed player, right? Yeah. Okay, so we will take Swan and do something unconventional. Put him here for Tillander, just because he's not given it all yet. And put Arberg in here. That should do it. Hagedal and Fleggart are both really tired. To be honest, I'm not sure who of the two needs the replacement more. So let's just give it to Hagedal. He did a great job last game. Fleggart scored one this game, so let's keep him on the pitch. And the others, well, we should probably keep one spot for one substitution spot for an injury, or maybe two now. The others will need to see this through somehow. So I want that result intact. I suspect they can do it. And whoever's joined right now, welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask questions, or I don't know. Feedback's always welcome. Brennan stunt for Tillander, but doesn't manage to get there. That's a wonderful deep cross. Oh, Bob is on the pitch, and he nearly scored against his former club, us. So that's definitely a shame we are glad to avoid here. A long ball into nothing. And another lob. We know Bob can score from these balls. Well, that was an easy finish. Not a problem for a keeper. What's going on here? Defended quite well. Lannistrand with the long ball, falls Guillermo, but he doesn't get the ball to Arberg. Gudmundsson. It had to be. So it's 5-2 now. Bob scored yet another goal. Sad to see that. It could have been with our squad, but no. He didn't want to remain here. He had to go, and he didn't want to come back on loan. That said, he will probably, well, lose this game anyway. Still a difference of 3. Shouldn't be much of a problem for the squad now. But we may well go for a few more time, a bit more time wasting, and maybe try for a few more set pieces. Swan on the flank now. He's totally unused to that position. Shabanach. What will we do? Okay, that's a weird flank. Yeah, weird cross. Substitutions are probably a good idea at this point. Given that these are all match fit, and well, we really don't need them as an improvement so far. Stolt is anxious. Let's not give him a place on the pitch right now. Asarson, not used to play in this position for Forsell. He can't replace Svensson by any means because, well, he's just not a register. I mean, let's try, but nah, I won't do that. So that leaves us with Bergman. And in Bergman's case, Skylamo had a fine game. Skylamo scored a goal. Skylamo's exhausted, so yeah, let's get Bergman on the pitch. Great. Swan's still on the pitch. No, they're just being patient. Well, they were patient until the long ball came, but Kulafish is not the one to outrun the rest of the defense. And Flackguard wins the duel against Mbob, who doesn't stand a chance against him. At least on this occasion. Skylamo wins the ball here. Puts it across. Oh no! How can you not score this? That was a wonderful chance. Kulafic picks up the ball and loses it. Another great chance for them. Expected goals wise, this result is totally unfair. We've been really clinical with our finishing so far. Especially in the first half. Farah with the long ball. And Strand puts it into touch for another corner for us. So we're gonna praise him here. They did well after all, for the entirety of the game. Shabanach with the corner. And this actually results in a counter situation for the opponent. Göransson dribbles through the midfield, uncontested. But they don't manage to get anything out of it. Sonntag. Well, that sounds like a German name to me. Yeah, long balls. Doesn't look like there's something going on here. Ah, Forsell got to that one. Passes it to Kulafic. Wonderful pass for Bergman. And he fails to take the shot. I don't get it. I mean, his finishing isn't great, but he should at least have tried to score. Shabanach. No goal. No header. Nothing. We try to we start to look bad in these situations now. Last ditch effort by Forsell. Great interception. And the ball goes. It was distributed to Kulafic. And ends up with Bergman again. So let's make another change. Not because it's necessary, just because we can. Forsell probably had enough. We want to see the result through. Oh, not a yellow card for Forsell. It's actually something I'm quite surprised by this season. There haven't been a lot of yellow cards. I mean, we've done a lot of defensive positioning training, so that might influence it a lot. But this is similar to last season. Still, Ooh, Bergman regains possession high on the pitch and then simply loses it to Strand. That's offside. Not that it matters. The ball was far too long. Strand with another long ball. Just away from the goal. Goma wins the header. Azarson distributes it to Kulacic. Arberg with the ball right now. Wonderful pass for Bergman. He passes it back to Kulacic. Can he score? He can't. But we gain another corner. Swan took his time with the corner. Ngoma unable to win the duel there. He stayed down. And now we have to defend here, but it's an easy defense. Offside once again. Ngoma with the long ball. Will they concede another corner? They will. Arberg took the shot and we get another corner here. That's the 9th corner of the game, I think. Ah, Flakart was close there. 9 to 2 corners. Certainly speaks for itself. And I think that's it. Alright, fantastic. So we won that one. That's really an occasion to celebrate. So we're back in 3rd place in the league. Great. So this has been going on for an hour now. I hear sounds from the rest of the apartment, so I guess my girlfriend just came home. I'm gonna go out and say hello for a second, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, let's get back to it. Which means press conference for now. 5 people. That's what success smells like. Really, my main concern is to avoid relegation. Anything else is a bonus. But now, it certainly looks like this is highly unrealistic. Relegation. So we'll go with that one. No, I'm not concerned. We're gonna let him go. It's not a problem. Two goals by Holmström. Wonderful performance. And as a minor addition, the next opponent is the 9th of the league. And we can introduce 2 overall training sessions. Which will hopefully reduce the match load on all of them. So that's great. Twists and turns and shock results. Well, our result is certainly one of them. A crowd of 152. Did this result in a little peak finance-wise? Well, a little bit maybe. Doesn't look too good here. We're still capturing a monthly loss, so not good there. And well, I don't care about that report. It's not about the next opponent. It's about a team who are looking for lone players. But didn't manage to find any so far. Okay. Okay. This looks a bit weird here. Okay. Yeah, sure, we're optimistic after a long start. Or a good start. It was a bright start, anyway. How did Svensson do in the last game? Not well. He will need to get used to it, but as a register, he might do in the future. Not sure. Same goes for Ekman. There's nothing interesting here. So we wanted to have a look at staff contracts. How long will they be around? Most of them till 2025, so nothing to see here. That's actually great. "30 seconds into the game, fastest goal scored in a match for the club." a wonderful record. I just can't praise him for it. I have been invited to cast a vote for what? The BFC Pro Guy Fizz Award. Can somebody explain what this is? It's Belgium. Why? It's not like I have any idea. Belgian football. I don't know. Well, these are managers. Okay, cool. And I can cast a vote. I'll vote for the one with the resolute personality, just because that's how I am. So first vote for Hofekens, second vote for this one, fairly loyal. And he's jovial. Well, don't know. What a weird occurrence. I was voting for Belgian managers. But okay, I guess it's a press thing. Maybe there's a newspaper somewhere and I don't know. They need someone to vote for it. So those two, they went away. Didn't sign either of them. They were not good enough. Okay. So now that schedule is a bit more relaxed, we hopefully don't have that many problems with the players. Well, let's say physical problems. Yeah, problems with problems. Great, Chris. Anyway, yeah, that should be a bit better. Physical conditions should improve, so we have access to more options prior to each game. That was really hard this season. I think one or two flexible players to rotate in or out wouldn't have hurt. On the other hand, we're on a very tight budget, so it's probably a good idea not to overstretch that. One thing I've been thinking about repeatedly is the Skylamo situation. So if there's one game a week, we're talking about well, 4 games a week, 4.3 to be more precise, but you know, there's no half games in a week, so 4 or more. At the time, he earns 45 per game. If he were to play each game, that would mean we'd lose well, 180 euros plus, just for his appearances. Well, now obviously he doesn't play each game, but it's close. So I want to have a look at that once more. That's Richard Wickström, who is still doing well. Yeah, so Skillermo wanted 80 per week, if I'm not mistaken, for his performance here. And he's been training really well recently. We shouldn't be too impressed by his recent form. He has an impressive jumping reach. I honestly didn't know. Good to know. So he's a tall guy too. Fine. Yeah. With us, he's playing as an inverted winger on attack. He's decent at that. The fact that he's using the outside of his foot, I'm actually not a fan of that. Just because his technique is really bad. I don't know. It's not like he has a really weak foot either. Is it worth retraining that? Maybe. Can we get rid of that? Okay, so it's a trade for players with flair. Well, doesn't matter. He doesn't have flair either, and given the overall situation, I think it's good if he gets rid of that. Even if it's just to open up a slot for another trade. I don't want him to be overloaded with some random composition of trades here. And well, so he's still on 45 per game. How's Bergman? Bergman is on 30 per week. He still considers himself an important player. Well, he did start some games. .86. That's not the performance of an important player though. Skillermo on the other hand. 7.31. That's more like it. Let's check training performances too. That's obviously also on us, because we didn't train them very well. But yeah, overall, he has improved slightly, but he has improved. So I'd be willing to offer Skillermo a contract. Probably not for the 80 he wanted, but maybe for a bit more than we're usually used to pay. Simply because right now we pay him like, I don't know, something between 90 and 180 a month anyway. So we might as well go with the general wage there. Hugo Bergman on the other hand. Let's have a look at his training performances. As an inverted winger, please. Yeah, he's been improving too. So maybe it's a good idea to deal with both situations. In the Skillermo situation, I'm willing to actually pay him. In fact, we're already paying him the way he wants it to be. Well, he's not a French player. I'd go for a regular starter here. Yeah, he's fine with that. So here's the thing. 80 per week. Even if it's just for 6 months, that's still better. Probably. Than what he's paid right now. Because the 45 per game, if it's not rare that we play him, that's a lot of money. So I'm willing to give him 50 per week, yeah. Maybe that's an idea. I don't think he will accept that, but we may try. Obviously these have to go. Yep, we are some way apart, that's true. Let's go for 55 here. Let's reduce these. I'm willing to give him a better assist bonus, that's fine. He might sit on the bench, so no, I don't like that. Overall, we're trying to save money, right? $60. Can we make 60 work? He's pleased that we've almost reached a deal. Well, 60 is a lot more than most of the players on our squad earn. So it's definitely for an important player. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, contract-wise. Also, contract length is just 6 months. On the other hand, let's put it that way. If he doesn't get injured, this should reduce the actual wage costs, because 45 per game is too high. And well, I'm willing to pay him a similar amount of money as long as he keeps bringing in these assists. So fine by me. Okay, let's try the 60 with that configuration. Nah, he doesn't want it. He wants a 65. Fine. We need to look for a replacement there. The same goes for Bergman, probably. It's not like they're bad, but well, we need an inverted winger on attack duty with a right foot that shouldn't be too hard. Winger. We need an inverted winger. Yeah, something like this. Roll. There's not that many options actually. Okay. What about him? Not that fast. On a 120 per week contract. I mean, he will probably do, but he wouldn't be willing to sign for us. Especially not for the wages we are willing to play. Zetterberg, we've already been there. And, well, estimated wage is very high. Engström, 25-year-old, knocks ball past opponent. Could be a replacement, but he's certainly not better. The estimated wage is fine, but he's definitely not. It's not the same. And this guy, for a 20-year-old, he has a rather average stats here. I think as an inverted winger, he's not that bad, but it's a mix of attributes that are acceptable and really lacking stats here. Dribbling, first touch, passing, flair. That's all great. Technique isn't that great, so he can probably improve on that. The mentals here are concerning though, especially the vision of 3. That's not good. And now we've got a problem. Maybe... Can we reset the roll? Don't know. Okay. Any it is. Well, great. We're looking for someone with a strong right foot. Doesn't have to be an inverted winger. Right foot. Right foot is at least very strong. Well, that looks like the same ones. Except for this guy. He's either footed. Can we afford you? Definitely not. Sad to see this. That report is half a year old. Five games. Not a good rating. Fairly strong right foot. Well, if we go for at least weak, you might get other options, but for a 30-year-old, he certainly looks interesting. But I think I'd rather play him here as a replacement for Tillander. Didn't we have a look at him last time? Yeah. Staff requirement. Staff. The wage requirements are too high for my taste, but I'd still be willing to sign him as a replacement for Dobrev. I think it is, especially as he's a fairly professional. So squad personality wise, yeah, sure, good addition, but not for like 70 or 80. If we compare him with Tillander. Or is it inverted winger here? He's a bit lacking on the physical side already. I mean, he's going towards the end of his career. On the other hand, that experience might help. Tillander as well as Dobrev might improve a little bit personality-wise if we use a mentoring group here. How much does he want? As a fringe player? Surely you can reduce your wage requirements. He can't. For 6 months, am I willing to pay a random guy that may be able to help out with the Dobrev situation, who isn't even a natural in that position? To be honest, I don't think that's a big problem. He's also a decent corner taker, so he's got that going for him. He's also a staff member. Fairly pro director of football. Yeah, that'll be the day. No. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try this. Let's go for 45 here. My heart's bleeding, but well. What was the last offer? 50. Try to go for 55 here. The appearance fee, I mean, it depends on how many appearances he manages to get on this build. Well, maybe like this. Getting close, okay. I'm willing to add an assist bonus here. Where is it? There. Doesn't matter much there. Something like this. Very performance based. Okay. Yeah, he wanted a 10. Ah, football manager things. Now, for some reason, it's not in the range of well, the wage budget cost is not at 70. Not sure how they determine what's going on there. Oh, sure, 75. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll go for 70 here. Is this guy prone to injury? Not that we know of. Splashing the cash here. But it's at the lower end, and maybe we can reduce it going forward. That contract. Let's try to sweeten the deal with another, I don't know, 150. Okay, he accepts that one. So this isn't for the wing that we actually wanted a replacement, but okay. Though he insists on that. So that was definitely needed. Doesn't care about the unused substitute. Oh, well, he does. Fine. Frederick Alnes. Okay. 5 is minimum. 9's minimum here. For a 30-year-old. But, well, what can we do? It's both fine. Well, we got rid of these performance-based bonuses. So Do we want him around for another season? In case... I don't know. Let's have a look at him again. He might also play wingback from time to time. So basically we don't want him for this position, but he can play 2 others to a decent degree. So as a bench player he's probably not the worst option. Depending on the rate of his decline, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's get him in, and let's extend his contract later on, at the end of the season. So the amount of money we've spent here, just now, how much is it? 55 per week. How many weeks are that? What would you say? 6 months. So 6 times 4.3 times 55. That's 1,419 euros. So approximately 1,500. And a bit in appearance fees. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, and if he improves the personality of the other two, well, they might just make it to something.